Welcome to our channel where we delve into the most fascinating books and share the key insights with you. And remember, knowledge and wisdom is power. Today, we're going to explore 8 key concepts from the classic book, Wealth of Nations. Here's an overview of all 8 takeaways from the book. 1. The principle of laissez-faire. 2. Division of labor and specialization. 3. The concept of the invisible hand. 4. The value of competition. 5. Critique of colonialism. 6. Growth in productivity and accumulation of capital. 7. Critique of monopolies and cartels. 8. The dignity of labor and justice. If you stay with all the way to the end, there might be a treat in the form of an exciting bonus fact. 1. The principle of laissez-faire. The principle of laissez-faire literally means let do. It's about letting people make their own decisions and act on their own. It's like when you have a play date with your friends and no adults are telling you what to do. You can choose the games, set the rules, and have as much fun as you want. Imagine you and your friends decide to build a huge Lego castle. You get to decide how it looks, how many towers it has, and what colors it should be. No one tells you exactly what to do or how to do it. That's exactly how laissez-faire works. When we apply this to economics, it means that people and businesses can start their own ventures, create products, and offer services without too much interference from the government. This allows the freedom to be creative and find new and exciting ways to create and share things. Of course, like with playtime, there are also some rules in society to make sure everyone is safe and sound. For example, it's important that no one gets hurt or cheated when they're doing their own thing. So sometimes a bit of oversight and rules are necessary to ensure that everyone has the chance to succeed in a fair way. So laissez-faire is really about finding the balance between the freedom to create and explore while also making sure everyone has the opportunity to succeed and thrive in our society. It's like having a good mix of free play with your friends and some basic rules to make sure everyone has fun and feels safe. 2. Division of labor and specialization. Division of labor and specialization is about assigning tasks and letting each person do what they're best at. Imagine you're playing together and some of you are incredibly good at drawing amazing pictures while others are experts at building impressive structures. When you decide to create something together, like a large Lego castle, it's wise to let the one who's best at drawing design how the castle should look. At the same time, those who are skilled at building can be in charge of assembling and constructing the pieces. The result is an incredibly beautiful castle because each person contributed what they're best at. Similarly, this works in jobs and in society in general. Some people are incredibly good at preparing delicious meals, while others are really good with numbers and money. When people are allowed to do what they're best at, the result is much better and more efficient. Imagine you're a group planning a big party. Those who are good at cooking can take charge of preparing the most flavorful dishes, while those who are good with finances can help plan and organize the party. That way, the party turns out great because everyone is doing what they're best at. So, division of labor and specialization is really about leveraging each other's strengths and skills to create something amazing together. It's like having a super team where everyone plays their own role to achieve the best result. 3. The concept of the invisible hand. The concept of the invisible hand is a bit like having a helper working behind the scenes to make things better for everyone. Imagine you're in a large playground with many different toys. Each person gets to choose exactly the toy they like best. Some go to the slide, others jump on the trampoline, and some head to the climbing frame. Everyone does exactly what makes them happiest and most content. Now, imagine there's a magical force, a kind of invisible hand, ensuring that everyone gets exactly the toy they like best. No one needs to argue or debate because the invisible hand ensures that everything runs smoothly and fairly. This way, everyone ends up happy and content with the toys they've chosen. In economics, this means that when people are allowed to do what they like and are good at, it often leads to everyone doing better. For example, if someone is really good at making delicious cakes and they're allowed to bake and sell them, both they and the people who buy the cakes are very happy. It's about letting people pursue their passions and use their talents in a way that benefits both themselves and the community around them. Just like on the playground where everyone gets to do what they find fun and everyone is happy. So, the invisible hand is like a silent helper ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to do what they love best and that everyone benefits from it. It's like magic working to ensure everyone is doing well. 4. The value of competition. Think of competitions as a fun challenge. Just like when you have a competition to see who can draw the most beautiful picture. Each person tries their very best to create something very special and creative. Competition makes everyone give their all to create the most fantastic picture they can imagine. When you compete, you also learn a lot. You look at what your friends are doing and maybe you get some ideas from them. Maybe they use colors in a way you hadn't thought of, or they draw a nice detail that you'd like to try too. Competition makes everyone better and helps them learn new things. In economics, it works the same way. When businesses compete, they try to create the very best products or services for people. They work hard to be better than the others. And when they do that, the products become better and cheaper for all of us. For example, think about mobile phones. There are many different companies making them and they compete to make the best one. That means they work hard to have the best screen, battery, camera, and everything else. Because they compete, we get better and better mobile phones that make our lives easier and more fun. So, competition is like a friendly challenge that helps us become better and come up with new and amazing things. It motivates us to stretch a bit further and try a bit harder. And in the end, it means we all get better and more exciting things to enjoy. 5. Critique of colonialism. Critique of colonialism is about an important idea. It's not fair when someone decides for another place or people. Imagine you and your friends have your own playground, a place where you can play and have fun together. Now, imagine some strangers come to the playground and try to decide which toys you should use and even how you should play with them. That would be quite unfair, wouldn't it? In history, it has happened that people from one place traveled to another place and tried to take control of the new place. They decided for the people who already lived there, and it often led to a lot of unfairness and problems. It's like someone trying to decide for your home or your playground without asking you or considering what you and your friends actually want. That's why we criticize colonialism. We believe that all people and societies deserve the right to decide over their own lives and their own land. It's important to be kind and fair to each other and to respect each other's rights and freedom. So, the critique of colonialism reminds us of the importance of treating all people with respect, regardless of where they come from. It's about creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to take care of their own place and their own life in the way they want. 6. Growth and productivity and accumulation of capital. This principle is about working smart and saving up value over time. It's like when you save up money to buy something you really want. For example, think of the amazing toy you've been wanting for a while. The more money you manage to save, the closer you are to having enough to buy it. When that day finally comes, it feels incredibly satisfying to be able to buy exactly what you've been wanting. Similarly, in economics, when people work hard and smart and they save up value, they can do many great things together. They can build large and useful things like roads, bridges, and schools. They can also invest in businesses that create jobs and offer useful services to the community. The more resources they manage to gather, the more they can achieve and contribute to the community. For example, think of a group of friends saving up money together to rent a vacation house. The more money they save, the nicer and more comfortable house they can rent. They can also afford to do fun activities and explore exciting places together. This is possible because they've worked hard and saved up value that they can now enjoy. So, growth in productivity and accumulation of capital is about understanding the value of working smart and saving up value over time. It's a way to build up the opportunities and resources to fulfill desires and create something positive for the community. 7. Critique of monopolies and cartels. This principle is about being fair and making sure everyone has the opportunity to participate and decide. Imagine you're at the playground again and suddenly one person decides that only a few toys can be used. They take all the power and decide everything, and no one else is allowed to say anything. It wouldn't be so much fun, would it? It's important that everyone gets to participate in the decision-making and have fun together. In economics, the same thing can happen. Sometimes a few companies or groups can gain too much power over an industry or a market. They can decide prices, quality, and even limit choices for consumers. This is called a monopoly or a cartel, and it can be very unfair and harmful to the economy. Think of it like if there was only one store in town selling toys and they set very high prices because they knew no one had any other choice. Then people would have very limited options and they wouldn't have much power to choose. That's why we are critical of monopolies and cartels. We believe it's important to have healthy competition and many choices so that people can get what they really want and need. So, critique of monopolies and cartels reminds us of the importance of making sure everyone has the opportunity to participate and have a fair chance to choose. It's about creating an economy where everyone has the opportunity to join in and have fun together. 8. The dignity of labor and justice. This principle is about recognizing the value of work and making sure everyone gets what they deserve for the effort they put in. Imagine you help out at home, maybe by tidying your room or doing homework without being asked. It's a way to show care and responsibility. And when you do a good job, you might get a reward, like a treat or a hug as a thank you. Similarly, when people work hard in their jobs, they deserve to be recognized and rewarded for their efforts. It's important that everyone who works hard gets a fair reward. It's about justice. For example, think of a homework competition. If someone spends a lot of time and energy creating a great homework, it's important that they receive recognition and maybe even a small prize. This encourages them to continue working hard and doing their best. In the workplace, it's important that people receive a wage that's fair for the job they do. That means if someone does a difficult and important job, they should receive a wage that reflects that. It's about valuing and respecting the work of each individual. Bonus 8.5 The juicy bonus, invisible hand in your pocket. This juicy bonus is about understanding how good choices and caring for others can lead to positive things in your life. It's like having an invisible friend cheering you on and helping you make good decisions. Let me explain further. Imagine you're in the schoolyard and you see someone who's a bit lonely. You decide to go over and say hello, and suddenly you have a new friend. Your good choice led to a nice reward, a new friend to play with. Similarly, when you're good at helping others or sharing with them, you create good relationships and positive energy around you. This can lead to many good things like making new friends, being appreciated by others, and even getting opportunities you didn't expect. The invisible hand is like your personal helper rewarding you when you make good decisions and show care for others. It's like the universe noticing your positive actions and giving you little surprises in return. So, remember that being kind, helping others, and making good choices isn't just good for them, but it can also lead to many wonderful things in your own life. The juicy bonus reminds us of the importance of being caring and doing good things because it can lead to a richer and more meaningful life for both yourself and those around you.